We're gonna need an exterminator for today's video, because we've got a rat infestation. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Robert Clouse's killer rat flick, Deadly Eyes. Released in 1982, this one was based on James Herbert's classic horror novel, The Rats. The film takes a lot of liberties with the book, moving it from England to Canada for starters. Author James Herbert hated what Clouse and crew did to his book, calling it, quote, terrible, absolute rubbish. So yeah, I'm sure this is gonna be great. But enough about that. Can Deadly Eyes devour enough Canadians to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Alex, Terry Clarissa, and Evan West. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on this guy. Rats foiled again. Oh look, they went out for a fancy dinner. You know, if they're eating desserts, they might be pirates. And if this place serves booze, it might be a squeakeasy. Oh god, you guys are really in for a treat this week. Meanwhile, the professor is asking the important questions.
So why is the war on the rat being lost?
Probably because we're busy fighting 2 wars at once. The war on rats and the war on Christmas. Wonder if this dude is in a rat-ternity. We interrupt this video for breaking news. Trudy loves Harris. And I'm gonna tell my kids this was William Zabka before Cobra Kai. Whew, thank God that's over. That would never end. If the blonde here looks familiar, it's because she was also in The Nest. From rats to roaches. What a wild career. And this is definitely headed to Van Halen territory because she's hot for teacher.
Gotta make him forget he's a teacher by reminding him that he's a man. Then something they call animal magnetism is supposed to take over.
Oh, hey, it's Toronto, pretending to be New York. Yeah, she's very subtle. Bet her next move is to ask if he wants to play Spin the Bottle.
I mean, don't you sometimes feel that there's an animal inside you just waiting for a chance to escape?
Jesus, lady, you're gonna get him fired! I mean, this chick is about as subtle as a Serbian film. And if this movie wasn't already horny enough...
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. I mean, because this boat horn is going off. In another movie, Joy Behar heads in for today's taping of The View. If you thought this movie was gonna be corny, well, there's definitely a kernel of truth to that. And this grain has to be destroyed.
It's full of steroids.
There are no steroids in this grain.
There are steroids in the grain.
Well, hold on. Is it full of tren? Because you could feed it to me if it was. Oh, hey, it's Scatman Crothers. No, seriously. This is probably the only gig he could get after Jack Torrance blew up the Overlook. And Rat Puppet. It's gonna eat the kitty. This is about to become a real cat ratastrophe. Meanwhile, gotta get up to the Overlook. Danny Torrance needs me. The Rat Puppets. Jesus. No wonder James Herbert was pissed. Yeah, no more Mr. Mice Guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Golden Harvest presents. How do we get one of the staples of the Hong Kong film industry to produce a Canadian horror film based on a book by a British author? And we get a title card. Night Eyes? I thought this was Deadly Eyes. Make up your mind, movie. I mean, Night Eyes sounds like a 1990s Shannon Tweed erotic thriller directed by Gregory Dark, starring Sam Groom, who I mostly remember from his long run on soap opera Another World. And just in case you didn't believe me, here's Scatman. I mean, say what you will, but these credits are pretty lit so far. And here's proof this was actually based on James Herbert's novel Rats, directed by Robert Clouse. This was a weird one for Clouse. He was best known for action stuff like Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon and the Kurt Thomas classic Gymkata. House establishing shot. And this guy looks pissed. Gonna tell those kids to turn down their goddamn Anne Murray records. Do you kids even remember Canadian songstress Anne Murray? Christ, I'm old. So, fun fact, the film actually used 2 songs from singer Chuck McDermott. The songs are basically considered lost media now. One, So Right, turned up as a B-side, which is apparently very rare these days, while the other, Lolita, never got a commercial release. I don't know, I've heard of air guitar, but vacuum guitar? I mean, this sucks, but I guess it's a craze that's gonna sweep the nation. Hey, do you ever get that not-so-fresh feeling? Anyway, you know this is a Canadian movie because they're making out in flannel. They probably have some maple syrup lube in the nightstand. I will say it's wild to me she's rocking the shaggy Carol Brady do in 1982. And back to these two. $20 says she's got a flannel bra. Oh crap, is this a Canadian Teen Mom episode? Hey, is that a young Brandon Tenold?
I wonder what he's up to now.
And she's gonna feed the kid. Ketchup, chips, a can of beans. Yeah, all the major food groups are covered, short of beer. These guys are down here playing a little hide and squeak. All right, Brandon, eat your ketchup. She's pretty uptight, but this guy chills her out by introducing her to his friend, Mary Jane. Filmed in Rat Vision. Back upstairs, Johnny Lawrence is getting shut down. And these rats must be in a 12-step program. Wait, are they all just leaving the baby?
Yeah, but that's mainly because I don't care. It's not really that important to the plot. I was just figuring we could chill here until the next action sequence.
Big props if they actually let these rats eat the kid. Jesus, look at these things. So, they actually used a mix of puppet and dogs, primarily dachshunds, and costumes for the rats. Each dog had to be individually fitted for a costume, and since they couldn't really see, they had to lead them around with the scent of meat. Oh shit, did they actually eat the kid? And jump scare. I don't think you're gonna catch any fish in your office. Man, Canada's weird, but they gave us hockey, so all is forgiven. At any rate, this whole scene is really interesting.
The place looked more like a wildlife refuge than a granary. It was crawling with rats. I'm telling you, it was a disaster area.
Woohoo, Tim Hortons! And as they head out, they get attacked by this rat. Great, this is how we get the Black Plague back. From there, it's over to b-ball practice. Swish you were here. I mean, come on, we know this really should be curling practice. You're not fooling me, movie. You're Canadian. Give me an R. Give me an A. Give me a T. Give me an S. What's that spell? Go Rats! God, get the white guy off the court. Jesus. Wow, check out Coach Short Shorts. Those are definitely a dress code violation. Fortunately, this dude got bit in his left hand, which will not affect his ability to wipe or bop the bishop. Hey, Coach is a baller. Not gonna lie, I was totally expecting him to brick that. Now it's time for a little something for the ladies. Or the fellas. I'm not here to judge. Sorry, Trudy, this is the boys' locker room. Wait, are you trying to tell me something? And shit's about to get awkward.
I think I'm falling in love with you.
The 80s really were a weird time. Oh, that's it? Happens every semester. I mean, look at my hairy chest. It's like catnip to you ladies. But he shuts it down.
Just because you think about somebody a lot doesn't necessarily mean you love them.
Thank God, because I don't need this movie getting me canceled. Anyway, he's off to see the doc. Look, Mr. Harris, the reason I'm so calm with you is because I have a lot of patience. And look, the health inspector from earlier is here. All our plots are coming together. Meanwhile, producer David Brown wanders home after a hard day on the set. You're gonna have to be a big film nerd to get that one. Either he's being stalked by a rat or the tiniest cameraman ever. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Why do these rats sound like panthers? Ah yes, killed by a bunch of adorable dogs cosplaying rats. Oh hey, Scatman Crothers is still in this movie. This is way easier than working with Kubrick. If you look here, all the roads to the Overlook are snowed in. Those people are trapped up there. And I guess Harris made a real impression on our health inspector, because she's about to run into him. Ooh, and she's making her move.
Do you come here a lot?
Oh, come on. You gotta have a better line than that. How about, you must be tired because you've been running through my mind all day. Well, they're flirting like old people. Scatman's headed back to the sewer. He's gonna find either rats or DOS effects down here. Scoob, Crazy Drazy, I know you're down here. I can hear your beats. You better bum stickety bum hun your asses up out of here. Meanwhile, Timmy here is about to meet Pennywise. And now Scatman is about to become Ratman. Run, puppies! These rats are just like, give us the cheese and no one gets hurt. While Scatman's off to the Great Overlook Hotel in the sky, Timmy finds this jump scare.
Go, pal.
So apparently our health inspector must also be dating Jeff Dunham. I mean, what the hell is with this wall of dolls? We then jump over to Harris's place. Total bachelor pad. Oh yeah, hungry man. Definitely a bachelor. Thrill as Harris tries not to burn dinner. Curses, foiled again. And he totally ruined it. Didn't even preheat the oven. What a dunce. But cooking is interrupted by his new stalker. This guy is popular with the ladies. Looking a bit nipply there in Canada, too.
I was wondering if you might have dinner with me tonight if you're not doing anything else.
Oh man, sorry. I just put a hungry man in the oven. Gonna have to pass. I sure hope they had ratatouille for dinner. Also, his student is gonna be so jealous. And now, Discount Mike Rowe is about to undertake his dirtiest job ever. Going in for the kiss. Man, he moves quick. I think they're about to do it. And this is gonna piss off those dweebs on film Twitter who hate sex scenes in movies. Oh, sweet. Someone got their leftover Scatman to go in a doggy bag. There is no way there's a human body in that bag. Alright, let's get you back to the office. You're gonna need to post a new job opening on Indeed. Oh god, did he take her to the cafe to give her the "I had a great time last night, but I'm not really looking for anything serious" speech? Oh, so this guy really does look like Mike Rowe. Suddenly convinced they might have a real rat problem, they head out for answers, bringing back the lecture guy from the start of the movie. Hooray for narrative payoffs. And we learn the real problem here is these rats are on the trend.
You always hear stories about super rats.
You've heard of roid rage, but are you ready for rat rage?
Since you already know where the runway is, it shouldn't be difficult to wipe them out.
Well, we'll probably use rotenone. It's a zinc phosphide compound.
I don't know. If they're on trend, I'd probably supplement with, like, Anavar. Emergency? Man, I loved that show as a kid. Live look at me, getting ready to do the dishes. Now we're putting some pipe in the hole.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean this actual pipe. Man, this is a really elaborate game of mousetrap. Oh crap, they got Claudio Fragasso in the shot. Merry Christmas. Shitter was full. I feel like this might be Budget Mike Rowe's dirtiest job. Fragasso's down here like, needs more fog. So basically, Kelly ordered the city to fumigate the tunnels to kill the rats. But the mayor is angry, and now Kelly's got rat problems and work problems.
After the ceremony, the mayor wants to see it in his office.
Alright, now to store the Ark of the Covenant where no one will ever find it again. Man, this place is a real hole in the wall. Jesus, that's one huge glory hole. Hey, remember Harris's student who had the hots for him? Well, she's still in this movie, and she's escalating things. I had no idea this movie was going to turn into a prequel to The Crush. But it's about to get worse, because his new girlfriend is about to show up at the worst possible moment, too. So now it's like a Three's Company episode. Where's John Ritter when you need him? Probably down at the Regal Beagle. Timmy, if you sit so close to the TV, you'll go blind. And it was at this moment that Harris's life turned upside down. All that's missing is the record scratch.
Paul?
All in all, she seems to be taking this well.
Trudy's one of my students.
I'll bet.
Or not. She basically just kidnapped his child. While he's busy trying to save his relationship, he misses this important call.
Paul, your lady friend was absolutely right about the rats.
Jesus, look at his answering machine. It's bigger than a Blu-ray player. So the rising tension here is that not only are the rats in the subway, where Harris's kid and his girlfriend are now headed, but the being in the subway means they have access to anywhere in the city. If they have a subway card. Uh-oh, looks like someone's got tunnel vision. Oh, hi there. Spain has the running of the bulls, Canada has the running of the dogs in rat costumes. Man, these rats just don't give up. They're really quite rat-lentless. And down goes Five Below George C. Scott. Down in the tunnels, we get our Jaws/Mayor Vaughn moment. I assure you, the subways are open for business. Oh, sure, these guys can get drunk in the subway and it's fine. I get drunk in the subway and it's like, we're calling the cops. Man, they're having a Bruce Lee retrospective. Why are we not watching those movies? Klaus directed them. This dude put on his best flannel for the event. Harris, meanwhile, is mashing the gas. Don't start the climax without me! The good news is he has time, because now we're going bowling? You're over the line, Smokey! Market zero, dude! Wait, does Maury Povich own this place? Oh, here's the problem. Your pin setter is full of dachshunds in rat costumes. Clearly, this dude is never gonna ratuate from high school. Bruce Lee cameo! Back in the subway, it looks like someone's running a train.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean this subway car. Settle down. Look at the mayor. He's like, I thought I was here for the grand opening of a Subway sandwich shop, not an actual Subway. God, this Toronto traffic. I'm never going to get to the climax in time. Oh, great. Now the lights are out. This is gonna turn into Terror Train, isn't it? I like that this movie is so bored of its own climax that Klaus decided we'd all be better served watching this Bruce Lee movie instead. Also, how rich is it gonna be when I get copyright claimed for this footage from a totally different movie than the one we're actually covering? But before Johnny Lawrence here can slide into second base with Trudy, he gets bit. We're under rat attack! And now all the rats are here. It's pretty nice of them to show up. Not gonna lie, this is the greatest people get attacked in a theater scene since Demons. It's a real shame Bobby Rhodes wasn't here.
Smash everything!
I mean, say what you will, but these guys are some real rat bastards. Can we get Linda Day George in here to show me how to deliver that line, please?
Bastard! Bastard!
Anyway, this guy's getting some tail.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean this rat tail. Don't panic, though. Frank Drebin and the police squad are on the way. Damn it, I'm missing the whole last act. Traffic sucks. Hey, there's no J and B in there. Look at how disappointed these people are at this development. This guy's like, since the power's out and we're not going anywhere, I'm gonna need to check all your tickets. With the train dead, everyone's gonna walk back to the station. Right through Rat HQ. Templeton, where's Wilbur? And who's at ground zero? Harris's kid and his girlfriend. Nice of them to at least get to the climax on time. Man, you think these guys would get tired of the rat race. I'm here, don't wrap the movie yet. Anyway, the cops aren't gonna let him in, so he dishes out a big old pimp fist. Oh god, is he gonna add cop killer to his resume too? Ice-T would approve. Oh, never mind. He's just shooting womp rats like he's Luke Skywalker. Oh, these people are clearly on the wrong side of the tracks. And Harris finally makes it to the main plot. And not a moment too soon, because this thing is almost over. And as proof of that, here come the rats. Again. Oh, that trend has really made them angry. Ooh, you taste just like cheese. I'm guessing you must be Swiss. Oh yeah, this is pretty radical so far. I mean, props to all the actors for not cracking up at these dogs as rats. I'd have laughed my ass off. And now they're trapped. Sure hope this doesn't end like The Mist. But don't worry, they've got some conveniently placed blowtorches here. And gasoline? Holy Deus Ex Machina. Harris clearly feels very confident about things now too.
They're all dead. Nothing could have made it through that explosion.
I will say it's nice that Timmy's gonna get to drive a train. It's like him getting his Make-A-Wish Foundation gift before the rats eat him. Wait, how come these people didn't get eaten by rats? Hi, sorry to ruin the mood, but the mayor and everyone else are dead. But please enjoy the free booze and complimentary cheese and crackers. Oh yeah, Kelly's boss is dead too. And freeze frame ending. So, what have we learned from Deadly Eyes? Well, for starters, that James Herbert was probably right to be pissed about this adaptation of his novel. I read Rats back in college and liked it, and this doesn't really do the book justice. Deadly Eyes is fun as a sort of standalone story about killer rodents, but it's not a great adaptation. But since they actually gave it a different title, maybe that's okay. But enough about that. Can Deadly Eyes eat enough Torontonians to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, Deadly Eyes is kinda middle of the road. Herbert's novel is pretty gruesome as I recall, and this film has definitely toned it down. We're treated to multiple rat bites, lots of killed rats, and the remnants of multiple rat victims here. The problem here is none of it is as gory as you'd expect it to be. I'm guessing at least part of that is because it's hard to get dogs in rat costumes to appear all that menacing or to act out gore set pieces. At any rate, there's just enough here to give Deadly Eyes a generous 3 barf bag rating. If you wanted to go down to a 2, I wouldn't argue with you. I mean, it's a modestly sick flick, although the source material and premise really lead you to expect more. Looking for another movie about killer rats? Then be sure to check out my review of Rats, Nights of Terror. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.